have seen my previous video about putting a breather into a reborn baby, you'll understand what I'm going about for this video. So I will link that below so you can watch it first if that helps you understand this video. But anyways, Nikki from Still Moments Nursery contacted me. She somehow found my video and did agree with me that the breather box was a little bit too big for my body, so she actually sent me another one, which was really nice of her. So I've just cut it and this is the box in here. So this is the smaller box rather than the this is the preemie box, sorry, rather than the bigger box. So I'm going to open it up. I'm going to assume exactly the same, except smaller. She's wrapped it nicely and I'm going to tear it open. Sorry. Okay, this is different. Is this a box? I'm so confused. Alright, bubble wrap. I might have to cut this. Okay, cut the wrap. That is so cute. Look at that. That's a weird little box. I don't know what that's made out of. Like plastic or something? Aww, she gave me a lolly. She must know who I am. I love a lolly. Oh, I thought that was something. That's just a bit of foam for protection. Wow, that is mini. I feel like that's going to be too small. I just can't win. Wow, that's really cool. I'm assuming that these boxes are going to be part of the regular shipping, and she just maybe didn't have them quite yet. It's really cool though. You get a little box to put all your bits in. I did actually read on the listing that it said, you know, you get the breather and this, that, the other, and a box to put all your trinkets in. Here is my very own Still Moments Nursery trinket box. That's cool. And this is tiny. I feel like this is going to be too little. But she also did mention that she's working on a size between this one and the other one. So that might fit better because I feel like this might be too small. I don't even know. So just before we get into this video, I have some super duper exciting news. I have been in contact with Nikki, who supplies and makes the breather mechanisms for reborn baby dolls. And I asked her if it would be okay if I gave my viewers some kind of coupon or discount, just because a lot of people have been interested in these. She's actually been really lovely and given us a 10% coupon for all of her reborn baby breathers. Right now, if you order one, you get the 20% off that she already has plus the extra 10% off. So that's 30% off. I believe she does ship out of Australia as well, which is super cool. And I'll put the code down here on the screen. So what you need to do is go through your whole process, put your items in the shopping cart, and once you go through, I think it comes up with a few pages, you know, is this your order? Select your postage, and then it like confirms your order and stuff. And just before you pay, it confirms your order and it has down the bottom coupon or redeem your coupon. So you type in this code right here into the coupon bit and then click next, and it will come up and it will show you your discount, and then that's when you finish and pay. So make sure that you go through the full order and actually send it. They'll give you an email as a confirmation when you've bought from them, and then they'll send you out your little breather, which is really super exciting. So definitely get on board and grab one of these breathers for your babies. I will have a few videos of how to install them into the babies, and she also has special tools on her website that you can buy if you're a little bit worried about putting the hole in their butt. So you don't even have to sew a hole or cut a hole or anything like that. You can just use a little tool which will make a perfect circle, and it's like a metal eyelet on the outside, which is super cool. Let's get into the video of putting this little one's breather in him. Alright, I'm going to compare them. Okay, so I am here with my Landon kit, which is approximately 21 inches. Now, on the Still Moments Nursery website, this was the normal breather box that I put inside him. And I was a little bit unsure if it fit very well, because it is quite big. I feel like it's like, I can't feel it. Alright, there's the bottom of it and the top's here. So it is a little bit bigger than the mini breather box, which is here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it out and swap it with the smaller miniature breather and see if it fits. Like I said, I do believe that they're working on a size in between these two, which I'm looking right now. I feel like that would be a better size, but I'm going to try out the premium or mini breather and see how we go. I'm going to remove his head. I thought this angle might show you a better version of me doing it rather than you actually watching me. So a little bit of win-win for both of us today. I don't have to be on camera and you guys to get to see a little bit better. Box is like right here. Yeah, you can kind of just see how he sits, like that's not floppy or anything. He's a bit, I don't know, it could be how I weighted him the first time. So what Nikki suggested was that I take some of the glass beads out of him to make him a little bit lighter, which I agree with. And she also mentioned maybe taking some of the beads out will also make the baby a little bit smaller in there, so that I won't have to, there won't be as much in the way. Right, I'll unclip this lead here. So now this baby has already got a breather inside it. I'm taking it out and swapping it over. Otherwise you're going to have to put a hole in the back of the baby. Nikki also suggested that you use a metal eyelet tool to just make a very little round circle. You literally clip it on and press it down and it makes like a metal hole. I think you just cut the center out of the fabric and then you can slide the cord through the eyelet, which is nice and neat and tidy rather than how I sewed mine. Oh man, I have to squeeze this box back out this opening. I'm gonna take some of the stuffing out and try and get this box back out here. I feel like I'm birthing something. I'm like squeezing the, oh my gosh, the belly, and then it's like kind of coming out, but I don't want like the corners to get stuck because I can feel it. There's a corner, got it. Wow, this is like birthing a baby, but this is the head of the baby and this is a rib cage and long, so that's weird. Oh, there's my Wonder Wafer. So here are the sizings of the two breathers. This one is the mini baby breather and it says that it will suit dolls size 16 to 20 inches. This is the baby breather, which is the next size up. And this one says on the website that it will suit dolls 21 to 23 inches. And then she's also made another one again, which is a toddler breather, which I do not have. But there is a bigger one for sizes 22 and up inches. Like I said a few times already, I believe she's making one in the middle of these. Probably for his size. I feel like it would be good for him, but I'm definitely happy to give this one a go and see how it fits in there. I feel like it shouldn't really matter too much because it's still going to move his chest up and down and it's going to give him more squashiness. Oh cool, so I've just turned them over and on here it says baby breather and then it has Still Moments Nursery, and then this one has mini breather, Still Moments Nursery. I'm taking this baby breather out and I will be installing it into one of my other babies soon. But right now, today, what we're going to do is put the mini breather into the Landon kit, which is 21 inches, and we'll see how it fits and if it works well. I'm going to pull all of his weight out and try and get some glass beads out. I've never done that before, so this is going to be new and exciting for me as well. I'm going to weigh these, and the little box, the mini breather, is weighing 275 grams. The baby breather box is weighing 340 grams. Altogether, the baby Landon kit that I have is weighing 2.75 kilos. So that is 6 pounds. It's weighing almost 7 pounds, which is kind of okay because he is like a 0 to 3 month kit, so he is a little bit bigger. So I think 7 pound is okay. I might even just leave the weight that's in him as it is, just that I'm not really sure about it, so I don't want to move around too much, and 7 pounds seems okay for his size. So that being said, I'm going to bring him all back over and I'm going to fill the rest of his body with everything and then put this little breather in. Okay, everything on the table is what I need to put back into him, plus a little bit of extra stuffing. I'm really not 100% sure on the way I stuffed him last time, which was putting the bag at the bottom so that he could kind of sit. As he is a sleeping baby, I never really sit him up anyway, so I'm going to go back with putting the stuffing in the bottom so that he's like a squashy butt, hopefully. And then I'm going to put the sack down there. Hopefully you won't feel it too much. So I've got to like squeeze this in. There you go. Pop it down there. I tried to get the little knots near his legs, and the other one I think is going to be hopefully in the middle of the body. I want to get some more stuffing down there in like the sides. I don't want to put too much in because I've obviously still got to put the breather in. If you haven't seen the first video, I've sewn a little square with a very tight zigzag, and then I've cut a hole in the middle so that the fabric won't fray, and that's where the little cord will be coming out. Now I'm going to put the breather in, remembering that the cord has to go down. Slide that in. It does fit in a lot better, like seeing as I don't have to squash in. Yeah, I do think that that fits better. Now we want to find the little cord. I haven't done this very well. I thought I would just have a better idea of this time. Oh, here we go. I see it. There it is. Got it. Now I want to make sure that the cord's sitting well and it's not like wrapping around anything inside. Still need to go down. So I want to squash the waiting sack further back, so the waiting sack is underneath and then the breather box is on top, kind of thing. That's what I'm aiming for. Whether it happens, I don't know. Oh, I pressed the button by accident. Yeah, that's a much better fit. It's not as squashy, and by the time I get some of the stuffing down the side and some on top, he'll be a lot better. Don't want too much on top, and we kind of want to push the box forward. You don't want to feel that, so I was considering putting a piece of wadding over it, because the wadding I have is a certain shape. It won't be as fluffy and nice, but it will stay in one area. I'll just try with the stuffing first. Oh dude, you know what I haven't done is I didn't test that this breather worked. Not that I'm saying they don't work, I just think that You should test things before you go to extreme lengths, like pulling apart a whole baby, re-stuffing it and everything, and then if something were to happen or go wrong and it didn't work, that would be really annoying. But that would be good to test before you kind of put it together. Oh, that's much better. And it's kind of easier just to turn it on and off. Like, it's not so big. I just like how that's sitting. I don't want to overstuff him, but I mean, I guess like you can always take it out, and I can feel the weighting along his back, but I can feel the box in him. Like, there's no getting around that. I think you're just going to feel the box, but it's so much better and it's so much easier to use. I love the idea of putting the stocking up the back so that the box, you can hardly feel it. I'm going to turn it on and plug it in. Oh cool, it's breathing like a baby. I have no idea if you can see that. I noticed that it was pretty hard to see last time. So what I'll do is I'll put his head on and then I'll show you guys. So it's moving like really little. Okay, let me quickly try and put some more stuffing in. Whoa. It does move. I feel like I liked the bigger breather, the movement of the bigger breather. Obviously the mini breather is going to be smaller because it doesn't have as far to move, whereas this one does have a little bit extra room, so it's going to move more. I'm gonna put his head on again and see how we go. Oh, what I've done, I think I've tightened the cable tie a little bit too tight. It should slip in, but it's just being a pain in the butt. And it doesn't want to slip in. It will fit, it's just being annoying. And I'll turn him on again. Oh, that's cool. That looks like he's breathing. Last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pop his little box inside of his nappy. He's pretty much done. So with the a little bit of white noise behind this, if you were at a shopping centre or if you had the TV on or whatnot, you wouldn't really hear the motor as much. It's just that I'm in a pretty quiet room at the moment trying to film, so obviously we keep it as quiet as possible and you do hear the motor, but like I said, a bit of background noise, it should cure that. I can see his little head moving now. That's cool, that's much better. Thank you so much for that, Nikki. I really appreciate it. That's awesome. And if you guys want to see what I do with this breather, stay tuned. Now that he is all dressed, I thought that we would film him breathing, and let's see how it goes. Let's turn him on. It moves very, very slightly. So that's the breather moving my hand, not my hand moving itself. I think what I need to do is prop it forward a little bit more and then just put a layer of wadding over the top like I wanted to do before, but I didn't know if it was going to be soft enough, but I'm going to have a go at it. It's a little bit tricky to find to turn off, and I think that might be because it's a little bit sunken back, so perhaps if I bring it forward it will sit better. It's also a little bit harder to see than it was before. Obviously it's gone from a really big box to a small one, so it's not going to move as much. Not sure how I feel about that. Once you finish with your Reborn baby doll breather, you need to make sure that you turn it off. So down here, just unzip this. And I'm going to go into his nappy, under his onesie, and I'm just going to flick a switch in here. There is a little switch, so we're going to turn the little switch off, and then his button on his belly won't work up here, and it will save his batteries a little bit. And that's nice and easy to do. So now when I'm ready to play with him next, all I have to do is turn on the box down here, and then I press his tummy on and off. I believe that they breathe for about 30 minutes before turning off on their own, but I have not tested that. I've only heard that from somebody else that bought one. If you are wanting to buy one, I will definitely link below the nursery. It's called Still Moments Nursery. Thank you very much for watching. If you could give my video a big thumbs up, I would really appreciate it. If you are new here and you haven't already subscribed, please make sure that you subscribe if you enjoy the videos that I'm making.